equality.
Right.
Yeah.
But here in America and the
Mhm.
West, they're
Okay.
focused on equity now, which to achieve the equity that they claim
Mhm.
they don't have,
Mhm.
they have to artificially elevate one class by discriminating against another
Mhm.
group,
Yeah.
which is the opposite of equality.
Okay. What is the difference between equality and equity? Mhm.
It means
So
that
yeah, yeah.
you change the rules of the game so that there's an equal outcome in life or
Yeah.
culture, and equality doesn't come into that equation.
Mhm.
Equitable outcomes.
Mhm. Like in my words, equality, like, is that, like, you provide a certain amount of reservation to a community, like 5% jobs are reserved for that certain community. Okay. And all the people, whatever, like, in community they have thousands of people and one person is physically disabled, so the reservation remains the same, like 5% for that person, but others are fine, completely fine, physically and mentally they are fine, but this one single person is not completely fine with his physics, so but the 5% remains, the amount of reservation remains same for that kind, that physically damaged person. But in equity, the reservation can be modified. So this is an example of the equity. There may be an amount, like 6% for that physically damaged person. This is an example of equity. So this is the major difference between the equality and the equity. So we can modify the amount reservation. I'm just taking the example from the reservation policy, which is called affirmative action policy in western countries, but in India this is called reservation policy. Yeah. Reservation policy is to prioritize the jobs to a certain class which is oppressed historically, or their, like, their representation in the employment sector is negligible. So the reserve we make the provision to provide the a substantial amount of reservation to increase the representation of that oppressed or downtrodden community. Okay, I think you got the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Enggak. Oh, oh.
Faction in India provides historical
Is she your wife?
rulers.
Yeah, comrade, right, absolutely right. Groups representation in education, employment, government schemes. Yeah, what actually I told. A reservation is very, like, important, provision mentioned in the Indian Constitution. So it is actually, it is a part of the basic structure of Indian Constitution, like, because because caste is the social institution of the Hindu religion itself. So the Hindu religion solely responsible for the caste system alone. Caste system of India, Sydney. Okay, I got the notification.
Yeah, I think we should all know about this.
Yeah, like, recently, I think, I don't think that you know about that, that anti-caste bill in California was paused from the assembly, in California. So the California is the first state to ban the caste discrimination. It became legal sorry, it became illegal to discriminate on the basis of caste in California. So United States is, they are initiating to ban the caste system to some extent in, yeah, in United States. So it is progressing right now, because if upper caste people go to other countries, so uh, they may discriminate in other countries too. So that's why they are making the provision to make this caste system illegal or try to ban. But I personally think caste based discrimination is not going to end, because it's a religious philosophy. It is not a biological sign or indication where people can understand and comprehend this person should be discriminated, but this is actually religious philosophy.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
Atheism takes over India in an incredibly unexpected rush of support.
Hmm.
The government, the new government is expressly secular and arguably atheist.
The new government right now we have.
No, I'm just giving it a thought experiment.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we've got an atheist government in India.
Hmm.
Is that the end of the caste system?
Yes, yes, you are right, but I think this is not the this remedy, or like you are talking about atheism. So this cannot reduce the intensity of the caste discrimination or eradicate entire caste discrimination from the society. But some others, like I believe in capitalism, like capitalism, to the greater extent it can eradicate the caste based discrimination. If the oppressed community, once they got rich, so automatically no one can harm them, no one can discriminate on the basis of caste. So it can reduce this certain level of so that's my point actually. But yeah, atheism is too, because atheism is a religious philosophical way to reduce, and the capitalism is an economic way to reduce. So yes, it is, I agree.
So how does President Indian Crusader achieve this when he's in office?
uh, we have in India.
Well, if you were president,
No, we don't have
if you were
the
prime minister.
yeah, prime minister is the supreme power
Oh,
in
sorry,
India.
sorry. If you're prime
Yeah.
minister, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, so like prime minister of India himself is I think like he is in favor of the caste system, because he was from upper caste community, where in his own state, the people are still discriminated, they are being discriminated by the caste ground, on the
Okay,
caste ground.
one thing I don't understand this caste
Hmm.
system
Yes.
is everybody in the caste system, and they're either upper or lower or somewhere in between, or is the
Okay.
caste system only a particular ethnicity of people, and the upper and lower is within the caste?
No, there are four major castes in that, and what actually I told you in our previous discussion, that as the there, it's a hierarchical system of caste. So where four major castes are there, one is Brahmin, second is the Kshatriya one, third is the Vaishya, and fourth are Shudras. So they are just bound to give their services free of cost to the upper caste, upper three caste, okay, of the hierarchy. Now what happens, that as the caste goes down, the discrimination on the basis of caste increases, so their economic and social their status in the society decreases, the respect in the society diminishes, as the caste goes down. This is the concept of caste, except one caste, that is Brahmin, which actually sits on the top of this hierarchy. doesn't care about the caste, because they are not discriminated on the basis of caste. Except one caste, all the castes suffer the discrimination, you know
I'm still a little bit confused about the whole thing.
Okay, you can
Okay,
ask again,
I got a
please.
question. Then I got a question. Can one Indian approach any other Indian in India and say,
Uh-huh.
which caste do you belong to?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So
Not, yeah, but let me tell you that it is banned to directly ask a question that which caste you belong to.
listen, I
Okay.
don't care, but I'm not talking about the actual law of India. I'm talking about the
Mhm.
culture of caste. I'm I'm still trying. Even though I lived in apartheid South Africa, I still can't wrap my head around this caste system.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't
Mm-hmm.
understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it really make a difference, other than to the low of the lowest of the low?
Mm-hmm.
And how many levels are there?
How many
Levels are there?
levels?
Yeah.
Yeah, four major levels are there. Four, and
Oh, that's it.
every each level there are thousands of castes. So thousands of subcastes are there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Total caste we have in Hinduism, 6,443 castes are there. You know, and they are majorly classified into the four major levels. No, it is not like a complex math. It is very easy to understand.
I'd love to
But
see a chart.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
It's somewhere because I'm confused. Can
Yeah.
am I the only one, or does everybody else understand the Indian caste system at all?
I'm just sending a.
So did the Brahmins start the whole thing because they are the
Yes,
upper
yes,
of?
because they getting the advantage is the most. Yes.
Okay, so so the Brahmins come in. The Brahmins start the caste system, and they put themselves at the top.
Y-
Okay,
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah.
okay. Is
They,
that because they had superior power, strength,
yeah,
army, whatever?
yeah. Like you just have a look on this picture I have sent in the chat box, that there are four levels,
Yo,
four levels.
redhead, what's going on?
Hold on, just let him finish his point there.
He's kind of
Yeah.
been talking for like the past
Yeah,
hour.
well,
But
we're talking about the caste system in India. I'm trying to understand it, and I'm having a difficulty.
there is no way to understand it. But go ahead, Indian.
There's no way to understand it. I think you're right. I think I'm
We
barking
we
up the
were
wrong
taught this.
tree.
We were taught this in my world history class back when I was 13 years old. And I was like, I never knew about it until then. Go ahead, though, Indian.
Yeah. So I was saying that have a look on this picture, which actually I resent in the chat box. So where are four major caste, and under one caste there are several subcaste are present. Brahmins is the topmost, which is not discriminated on the basis of caste, because they are superior than others rest of the caste in the society. And the kshatriyas, to the some extent, they are discriminated, but
Mm-hmm.
as compared to the lowest one, they are not discriminated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the same intensity. So shudras and untouchables, outcast people, they are discriminated, highly discriminated groups in the Hindu society, Hindu religion. So that is the problem. And their economic rights are, they didn't have uh, right to accumulate the property. Their rights to accumulate the property and their rights to get into the education institutions were denied, completely denied. So they remain deprived for 4,000 years, and that's the reason the constitution had to make some provisions to provide a restitution, you know in the form of the affirmative action policy, which we call the reservation policy.
Mm.
Okay, now you got the idea, I think. So these are the four major castes. The Brahmins, actually, they were born from the head
Are not
of the
caste, I
Lord
think so.
Brahma.
These are not caste. These are varnas. I think so.
No, no, these are major caste. In English, these are major caste. Okay,
The caste is a different word, but I consider it as a varna.
these are
Caste or
major caste.
subcaste. And
These
yeah,
are
you can
major
call it
caste.
major. Like everybody
Yeah.
is under the umbrella of these particular caste. Yeah.
No, I'm not denying the fact what you are talking. You can call varnas in Hindi, but these are actually major caste. Okay. Yeah.
Oh man, now you guys are going to argue about the minutia of caste. I mean, this is getting retarded.
That's the whole idea of this room. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Just
We're gonna have an Indian street fight between.
That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I want to understand this caste
No, no, I'm
system.
not gonna do that, Matt. I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly. I want to
Let it be
understand.
clear. Okay, let it be clear. Though
I want to
I'm
understand
not
this
gonna do
caste
it.
system
Yeah.
because I don't.
It's very complex, though. It's very complex, but yeah,
it is not actually complex
let's
because they
it
are
is
like,
complex for outsider, right? Like it's not complex for
It's
you
not.
or
It's
me.
not
It's
yeah,
complex for
yeah.
us.
complex. It's
Mhm.
fucking wrong and it's boring. Listen, if you want to elaborate, elaborate. But give me one. Let me respond to what you're saying because it's all one sided here. Listen, Sydney. Clearly, we need Stephen here to explain the caste system to us because he knows more about it. Stephen knows all. Yeah.
Well,
Stephen needs to
first
explain.
let the people who actually know about it talk about it, and
It's
then
very. Yeah. Go
and then we can let Stephen, who doesn't know shit about it, put his 2 cents in.
Yo, all I was saying though is that it's very one-sided. But the one thing that I recall were the untouchables. You know, the ones at the very bottom. I'm sure Indian already talked about these people, but what I wanted to respond with is the West. The West we had a caste as well.
Yeah.
We had the landed gentry. You know, this is the feudal system, right? That I'm
Right.
bringing up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I want to know is how our caste system compares to that because I almost think ours was less severe than what they have even today. It's really bizarre. That's my response. So go ahead.
I don't know anything about the caste system. I'm relying on these guys in this room to educate
What
me.
I was saying, what I was trying to get at though, is I wonder if you couldn't open a visual display that would compare the European caste system to like a side by side with the Indian one. That'd be interesting to see that.
Uh, I'm not. Well, it just seems to me that in India everybody is part of the caste. In outside of India, if there is a system, it's just kind of localized as far as.
Okay, what? Okay, so you have the Brahma and the origins of caste. So this is the old caste system where priests and teachers were on the top. That's kind of weird. But that's similar to how it was in Europe, though. Yeah, I mean these people from the Vatican were above the fucking kings, even. You know what I'm saying, Sydney?
Yeah,
So
yeah, true enough.
farmers, traders, and merchants. Okay, I mean this is kind of how it is right now in America. If you're a farmer, trader, or a merchant, you're definitely above a laborer. Street sweepers.
I
Yeah,
don't think it works that way. In America, it's more like a class system, and money determines your class.
yeah, but it's also a caste system though because the people can never get enough money to get removed from that caste. That's the point of it. It's an economic caste system that we have here.
I
Economically
understand that,
speaking.
but they can theoretically climb out of it and climb up the caste and become a respected person because they've succeeded something and have lots of money. That's possible, but as I understand it, in the Indian caste system, there's no getting out of it. You are what you are forever.
Yeah, but what if you're on the lowest form as a street sweeper in India,
You're done.
and while you're a street sweeper, you're still gonna own a computer. You own a computer and you code something, and Google buys it from you for $1 billion.
Yeah. Then
You're gonna be a
you're a lower caste. You're a lower caste street sweeper billionaire.
This is what I'm saying.
And
This is a good
and
story.
I'm just whatever I say can be corroborated or denied by Indian Crusader. He knows the whole thing.
So what is his answer on that one, on that example?
I'm not sure he's answered that or even been asked that. Because you
What
can
you are asking? Ask. Yes, I'm ready. Yes. What was the question?
the question.
If you're a street sweeper
Mm-hmm.
and you're given $1 billion, are you still gonna remain a Dalit?
Yes, it is, because economic classes, there are chances, like in USA, if you don't have money, so your social status is something different from the rich one, and you can change your social status, it depends on your money.
I'm asking about India, not USA. If you have a
Yes, it
billion,
is in India. Yes, you will remain as Dalit,
how are you gonna remain as a Dalit though when you're driving a Lamborghini?
Yes, it is. It is happening here. We have 2 or 3 billionaires from the lowest caste in India. They are called Dalits, or like by directly by their caste, or like Bhangi, Chuhda, Chamar, Khatik. So these are lowest caste in Hinduism. So yeah, money
Okay,
cannot change the social
okay,
status.
that's fine. That's fine. So I'm gonna drive my Lamborghini as a Dalit, and I'll drive it to work to sweep the streets, and then at the end of the day, I'll hop back into my Lamborghini and I'll go back to my big mansion. Like what? What? It's not even. It's not workable like that. What you're saying, it doesn't make any sense.
It works. It works very
No,
well because it's a social institution which is inspired by the Hindu religion itself. It's
no.
not a mindset.
As soon as you get into the Lamborghini,
No,
you're
that
not
is
going to
the
be able to look
rigidity
down.
of the caste system. That is the rigidity of the caste system. You cannot change your socio-economic social condition. You can change your economic status, but not social status. Still, your social status remains despite you having the money in your pocket.
I'm doubting this a lot because
Okay, there is no problem.
Even all these Bollywood movies, they're putting all this emphasis on flashy stuff. So you got a flashy Lamborghini, and you're a Dalit. I think people are still gonna be like, wow, that guy has a fucking Lamborghini, but he's a fucking untouchable. Oh well, we can't associate with him. Well, that's fine, but he still has a Lamborghini. So what the fuck does he care?
Like caste system is the oldest social institution of Hinduism.
What I'm
you know
saying is though is that it's meaningless because when you have that Lamborghini, do you give a fuck what class people think you're in? Do you think you care about what anybody thinks? That's my point.
no, it like, okay, because you are living outside of this country, you don't know anything about caste system, that's why you can think about that. Yeah, but you should come to India, then you can.
How many Dalits have you seen with Lamborghinis?
No one, no one.
Exactly. That's my fucking point.
No, but they are like, Lamborghini is not much famous here. We have different cars here which are also considered as luxurious car. Yeah, but still their social status remains same.
Okay.
That's my point.
Slow down. Slow down. So you have a Dalit. You have a Dalit who's like a Bollywood star or a sports star. Is that correct?
What you said?
Do you
Come
have a
again, please.
Dalit who is a sports star or a movie star?
I am.
I don't know
You
who the
ask.
fuck you are. I don't know what you are. I don't care about you. Do you have a Dalit who is a sports star or a movie star?
No, we don't have.
Okay, well then you can't practice what I'm telling you right now. So the answer is you don't know what would happen is your answer for what I just asked. Because it's never happened
Why the
before.
fuck are you interrogating this guy? Relax. Have a conversation.
I'm asking him questions, and
I
he
understand,
wants.
but you, like you said, you're asking him from an American perspective, and you expect the Indians in India to behave according to your American perspective, and it just ain't so.
I'm asking him basic questions. So
No, these are not
my
basic questions.
scenario.
These are
Indian
not basic
dude, you love to
questions.
talk, man. This is the problem with you. You're fucking long-winded as fuck. I'll come back
No,
later.
I don't think you're being very fair to him. You just don't, you have a personal grudge, so you're denying him the right to speak, and that's not right. There's no reason for it. Well, he left.
Yeah, I know he left.
Oh, somebody blocked him, and he left. It's okay.
Oh,
That's okay because I still want to learn about the caste system. So what I've done is I've had a look. I'm looking at your picture here, and it says,
yeah.
okay, there's four. There's the Brahmins, priests and teachers. There's a Kshatriyas,
Kshatriyas, yes.
Kshatriyas, warriors and rulers.
Yeah.
And then there is the Vaishyas, farmers, traders, and merchants.
Yes. Shudras are laborers.
Shudras are laborers. So does that mean like skilled laborers?
Not skilled laborers, but like they are menial job workers, menial job like sweepers and mechanics and like rickshaw pullers, auto rickshaw pullers and like
So Dalits cannot push rickshaws?
yeah, they can push rickshaws, but the problem is that they cannot change their profession. you know they have to work in those professions only which are prescribed in the sacred books of Hinduism. That's the
In
point.
the sacred books of Hinduism, Dalits
Yes,
have to clean the toilets.
yes, Dalits have to clean the toilets through the caste system, and Dalits have to like indulge in the menial kind of jobs like painting, like painting houses, and like small jobs like driving, and like a watchman, gatekeepers, this kind of jobs
I
they
tell you
have to do.
something, this policy is worse to me than forcing all the women in Iran to wear scarves on their heads.
Yeah,
This is
but that was
hmm?
but but there is a difference in that. The religion itself doesn't say anything like you should do that. In Iran, what you are taking the example from there,
Yeah,
the problem here, the major difference between that oppression and the Dalit oppression, the caste based discrimination in India,
yeah.
like itself it is justified by the religion. But in Christianity, I you cannot say that the in Christianity no one was oppressed in history. Yeah, that's true that people were oppressed, and in Islam women were oppressed. They are still being oppressed by the man. But actually Islam doesn't say anything about that. So we cannot say that's a religious philosophy of Islam or Christianity, because Christianity reformed itself during the period of time. But in Hinduism, the reform never came. That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem. Yeah, so we need to reform. If Hinduism can if wants to survive, they should bring some changes and reforms and modification. you know that's why. It's a belief, it's a religious belief to believe in the caste system, to discriminate against the lower caste people in Hinduism. It's a belief in the
Mm-hmm.
religion. Now you can understand,
Yeah.
it's a belief system, it's a religious philosophy, where if you're a follower of Hinduism, so you have to believe in the caste system. If you are not believer of the caste system, so you are no more a Hindu follower.
So,
Yeah.
so Muslims don't fall into caste system at all.
Yes, yes. You even you cannot fall into the caste system, because like if you have any Hindu friend around you in your vicinity, you may ask, like, if I convert into your religion, Hinduism, so which caste you will prescribe for me? Which caste? Because without the caste system, all people have caste. Each and everyone has caste in India. Without the caste system, Hinduism is nothing. It may begin to collapse. Without the caste system, caste is the basic structure of the Hindu religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just.
Because this is Lord Brahma, picture of Lord Brahma, where Brahmins uh, taking birth from the head of Lord Brahma. That is why they are considered superior other rest of the caste. And the Kshatriyas, they were born from the shoulders of Brahma, Lord Brahma. And the Vaishyas, they were born from the thighs of Lord Brahma. And Shudras and Dalits, they were born from the feet of Lord Brahma. So the Dalits and Shudras were born from the feet. That's why they are considered the most inferior caste and lowest caste in the Hindu religion. That is the point.
So, okay, so what I don't understand is what do you mean they were born from the feet?
This is the philosophy of, like, this is actually mythology.
Okay, so basically the laws were written by
Yeah.
Brahmins.
Yes, Brahmins. Yeah,
So what
because
if
they are
somebody
not discriminated.
doesn't believe in Brahma and doesn't give a shit about Brahma? Does it matter?
Yes, it matters a lot, because if you don't have belief in Lord Brahma, which is the most superior and powerful god in Hindu religion, so how you can claim yourself that you are Hindu if you are not following the Lord Brahma?
Okay,
It is not possible.
let's talk about let's talk about percentages.
Okay, statistics.
Okay, so Hinduism, there's
Mhm.
100%. Okay, now
No.
the subset of him is Hinduism. The
Okay.
percentage of Hindus that are Brahmins, Shitras, Vrishas, Shudras, and Dalits.
Okay, I tell you the statistics according to the previous population census in India. So, like, total population, the four caste, 6,043, 443 caste. So it is about 79.80% are Hindus, consisting four caste. Okay. And seven out of 100%, 79.80% are Hindus. And out of them, there are scheduled caste people. Scheduled caste people are 16.6% out of 100%. And the scheduled tribe people are 8.6% out of 100%. Okay. Now we have 54.6% are upper caste Hindus. So their population is, as compared to the lower caste, they are more in numbers. That's why they are successfully can discriminate people. And they are occupying the various decision making, administrative positions in the public sector. That's why they are holding the position to like to influence the decisions, in parliament, in administration, in judicial system, in courts, and everywhere. So that is why it is possible to discriminate the lowest groups in the society. So that is the reason.
Wow. It boggles my mind. It literally does. that that in
It is
20
reality. Yeah, it is reality.
so
This is
the reason that it's actually sticking together is because Brahmins are 54% of all Hindus.
no, not this is not all alone Brahmins population. It consists three caste. Three caste, from the top of this hierarchy, Brahmin, Kshatriya, and Vaishyas. These three castes I'm talking about, they are considered as the upper caste in Hinduism, and rest of the populations are they are considered as the lower caste. Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so um, based on your diagram,
Mhm.
when Vishyas is pointing to the thigh,
Uh-huh.
what does that mean?
Yeah, they were born from according to the Hindu mythology, they were born from the thighs of Lord Brahma. Okay. And they are major, uh, they have biggies here, they are major traders here in India, so they are possessing the economic power in India, so they are funding like various social institutions in India, like everywhere, every 2 or 3 kilometers in India we have Hindu temple, here. So who is funding? The Vaishyas are funding this caste born from the thighs of Lord Brahma, is the uh, most economically established community or caste in India in Hinduism. So that's why it is, very easy to discriminate. And Brahmins holding the powerful
Wow.
positions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brahmins holding the powerful positions in the administration and judicial system. So if someone is discriminated on the basis of the caste, the lowest caste person, and then he called the cops, and cops can, like suppose that cops came to the spot to investigate that who discriminate
Yeah.
and who is discriminated, then Brahmins, because they are holding powerful positions, so the policeman or the judicial system will not take it as seriously as it should be taken,
Just because the guys are not a
upper caste.
upper
Yes.
caste.
Yes, it is happening.
It almost seems like you need two societies. You need a lower caste police force and an upper caste police force,
Yeah,
so that everybody knows, so that the lower caste get at least
yeah, they can
equality
hear.
from the police.
Yeah, they can at least hear that what is the problem, and understand, and what actually, how the caste system, it harms the lower caste human capital also. In educational institutions they are committing suicide because they are discriminated by the upper caste people in education system.
Uh,
Our new guys and girls, they are discriminated in workforces in private sector and public sector too. So
yeah.
that is why they are committing suicides. Yes.
Holy shit.
Even our professors, the lower caste professors, lower caste teachers in schools, in colleges, and lower caste, like clerks, and many, in every departments we have our representation. But the problem is that our people are committing suicide just because of the caste system. They are discriminated horribly in workforces, by the upper caste people, and they are economically not better off to fight against, those upper caste people in the judicial court. So that is why, what they have, they left only one option, that is committing suicide only, that's why.
Hmm.
Caste is reality, no one can, deny, and this is the unique feature which is only, created by the Hindu religion itself. No one is responsible. Some people try to manipulate that Britishers actually invented the caste system, I mean, and imposed on the Hindu society, but that is not true, I think. Britishers actually, they reformed the Hindu society. Like, do you know the sati pratha, sati tradition,
Hey,
where,
No, not a clue.
okay, let me tell you that what is actually sati tradition in Hinduism. Before the Britishers came to India, what happened, that Hindu people used to practice a sati tradition in India, where a widow will be burned, will be burned if her husband dies, that is a tradition. And the Britishers were first to, to bring some policies to, abolish or stop this practice or tradition in Hinduism. The Britishers actually reformed the Hindu religion. They made several provisions, and they inspired the constitution maker in India to, for the betterment of the lives of the people of the lowest community, to, they provided some, like affirmative action policy or reservation policy,
Hmm.
to increase the representation of the lower caste, and women representation also. So these ideas actually came from the British period, not from the Hindus. Yeah.
Well, the Hindus, where can give me an idea of when Brahman made these laws and stuff, like what time period in history?
I
Oh,
think 2800s or around, like 3000 years ago, they made the law. And there is a book which is actually a Hindu, it is considered as the Hindu constitution, or uh, Indian penal code system, where several punishments are illustrated in this book. That if you don't follow the caste system, and if you got into the educational institutions, and if you got into the Hindu temple, okay, so you will be punished, a molten lava will be poured into your ear, if you got into the yes, it is true. This
yeah.
book name is Manu Smriti. Okay,
Okay.
this is, yeah, this is the book where all the punishments are mentioned in this book. If you break the law, you will definitely be punished.
Okay. So, what law do you have to break to get molten? Uh,
If you entered into the Hindu temple,
if you enter into the Hindu temple,
yes, lowest caste people, they are restricted to get into the Hindu temples according to the Hindu religion, and it is somewhere in countryside India. It happens, the people are killed just, getting into, just because of the getting into the Hindu temple. So lowest caste people are killed. Yes, it is true. I have many videos, but I don't think that you are like just comfortable to see those videos, you know.
no, I'll listen to the first hand, or you're there, you can see it, you can verify it, but
Yeah.
I don't understand why the caste system of India
Hmm.
is not abhorred
Hmm.
uh, by the world, and instead of being abhorred, it's being ignored.
Yes, yes. But English speaking world just became aware recently, about this caste system when it was actually started in 1947, where when like Indian constitution maker, like went to abroad for getting educated, and he got three PhD degrees, in one in Columbia University,
Hmm.
one in London School of Economics, and one in sorry, second in both, and the
one
degrees were in I'm getting my noise
Yeah, no,
back.
I messed up. Sorry.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So two degrees he got from the London, and one degree from the Columbia University. Okay, and he made the Constitution of India. It was totally influenced and helped out by the Britishers. So that's why we are just like indebted to the Britishers, not to Hindus, because they all the time discriminate us. But Britishers were the first to recognize the problem, that there is a problem in Hindu society, that, and uh, actually it is justified by the religion itself. So they recognize and identified there is a problem of caste discrimination, which is untouchability, not to touch me not syndrome. It is called touch me not syndrome. If you touching someone who is belonging to the lowest caste, so you are getting impure. by touching him or her. Yeah, this is the concept. Yes, this is the concept,
I'm sorry to laugh, but
No problem, no problem.
it's
It is ridiculous too. I
it's
know. Yes,
ridiculous. Yeah.
yes, it is ridiculous. I know. It is reality, in India. And your social status and your socio-economic conditions are determined on your caste, or based on your caste. You know, this is reality.
So, how many hours could you go on talking about um, the effects and the machinations and the perceptions within India of the caste system? Is it there?
Like,
Is it there
mhm.
forever? And can you talk about it forever?
Like, I don't think, like, it is soon going to end. I don't think, in coming years, it is like, it is going to increase, and it is still continuously it is increasing. The caste consciousness in Hindu society, it is increasing. The atrocities, being committed by the upper caste people, these are increasing in numbers. So law is alone is, I think, is it is completely unable to tackle these kind of caste based atrocities in India. So
So, wow, talk, when it comes to freedom and equality for all, India just
mhm,
doesn't cut it, does it?
yeah.
It's amazing. We can have many talks about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
subject, right?
Yeah. And like, first you created a room, uh, and I got the chance to, like, talk over that. And
Mm.
then second, Tom
Yeah.
created a room for
Oh,
that same.
nice. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And you again today just created a room.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have three sessions here over the same
Good.
topic.
So we can keep on going because there's lots more information to find out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Many books are there. Like, if someone is interested to, to read about those stuffs, yes, I have, several
I know
names
books
to.
are great, but